So for day 2's bundle, I've put together the 6x6 circular diorama die set with the Life in the Woods stamped die set, and then I've pulled out this is the Leaves and Vines, which was long. This is very, very old, but we've still got a few around because we've done reorders obviously over the years, so I thought this would make a lovely card. So I've got everything again all ready to go here. So I've had a stamp and colouring session, and I've cut loads of the leaves here. Got my lovely little woodland animals there. These are very, very cute. This was a lovely launch when I did this. Look, you got the gorgeous fox, the owl, you've got the bear, you've got your little tree trunk there, your hedgehog, your squirrel, lots of little acorns. So they're all going to look lovely decorated. And then you get a lovely tree die in the set here, which you can change the seasons of. So I've put some blossom on because we're in spring. You've got you know, different leaves there as well. You can have it just plain like a winter tree, or it looks quite good in black card for like a Halloween spooky kind of style, but I thought that would look nice in the background. And I've got all those other little bits there as well. Okay, so as I said in the previous video, if you've already got all this product, hopefully this will just give you some more inspiration on how to use this set. But do check out the website because we've got a lot going on this week, and you might find something that you like. So you want to cut all of your pieces in the die set. This will all go through a standard die machine. You don't need a large machine for this one. So I've cut the main die here, and I've used craft card. Then I've cut the ring here, but I've doubled it up. So there's 2 pieces of white card stuck together, just so it's nice and strong. And I've stuck Let's Go Nuts, which is in this set here, okay? And then I've cut the solid circle, one in the craft card, and I've just inked it up with some, what colour did I use? Walnut stain, distressed oxiding all around the edge. That is what you're going to see through the card. And then this is going to stick on the back so you can write your message. It just, again, makes it a little bit stronger. I've also cut the bars here, and I always like to do them in acetate so everything looks like it's kind of floating. So I've just cut myself a load of them there, and I've used a construction weight, which is about a 240 micron acetate. So once you've got all of that cut, with the main piece here, you want to fold the 2 outer score lines so they're mountain folds. And then you want a concertina fold after that. So then it'll be a valley, mountain, all the way down. You want to make sure that your mountain folds are all plain and your valley folds all have the little slots in them. That way you know you've got it all correct. So again with that side, and just give them a good burnish. You'll find if you're using craft card, it's very thick. It's a lovely cardstock to use, but you do need to really kind of burnish and get those score lines under control. The fibres on craft card are a lot more. So what I'm going to do first is stick these 2 together and then stick this on, and then we can kind of start to decorate it. So I'm going to use construction glue, stick these 2 together. This just, once it dries, for anybody who doesn't know, it will dry like concrete. It dries so strong, and it's great for strengthening your cards. It doesn't warp because it's a solvent base, so a really good glue. So I'm just going to stick those 2 together. Then I'm going to take my strips here. Now, some people like to add the strips before, some people add them after they've put it together. I'm more after because I don't really know where I want everything to go straight away, and I may well put the bars in and then take them out anyway. So that's the good thing about these, you can move these around really easily. So I'm going to stick this onto here next. I'm just going to run my glue just down the 2 outer tabs there. And you want to keep them folded in like this, and focus on these straight sides and just keep them kind of parallel. You know, if you've got a mat down, when you stick it down here, I always focus on this top part of the circle and the bottom, and try and make sure they're kind of the same. And then you can look at your side sections. So what have I got here? It's about 5/8 of an inch in. Yeah, that's pretty bang on. You want to try and get it as, you know, as good as, because when you stick this one on, it needs to line up obviously with the back as well, like so. Next I'm going to add my glue all over this panel, and then I want to make sure everything's straight. So again, I want to keep this, I'm going to use a ruler that's butted up against that, and then I want to make sure the ruler is straight with one of the tracks on my mat there. That way I know this is the right way up, because I want my sentiment to be right in the middle. Now you can stick this onto a 6x6 card blank, or even bigger, 7x7, 8x8 if you wanted to. You could stick it onto a circle card blank. I've stuck it onto easel styles before, but what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to cut a very small strip off the bottom so it's flat, and that way it will stand up on its own as it is. So this is the card. They'll take it out of the envelope and then they'll just be able to display this, but we'll do that in a bit. But that is now ready for me to decorate. Now I know I want to have the tree stuck in the background, so you'll see elements of that popping through. So that's going to go right down in the background. And then what you do with these is just on one of the ends, you see there's like a T-bar. There we go. Just get that hitting the light. Okay. You just want to fold in the sides like that. And that will now fit through any of these slots. You can have up to 9 of these bars in there. Now I know I'm going to want one probably right in the middle on the very front one. You can see it slides through. You don't need to fold the other side because that then is your stopper. And you'll find once you've attached quite a few of these, the whole card will really stabilise as well. Push that through like so. Oh, make sure your glue's stuck. Okay. I'll just flip it around this way. And then you just want to open it up. And now that is stuck in there. It's locked in. And it just really stabilises everything. And it will all fold flat still. And then I could stick, you know, my fox right on the top if I wanted to. I think for that one I'm going to have, actually I might not want it right through the middle. I might want it further down and have the tree trunks. I think I'm going to have, although that would look nice on the outside. I did kind of roughly lay out a few ideas. See, that looks nice on the outside. Have the tree in there. Got to have the owl inside by the tree somewhere. And then what I was going to do is just almost cover this whole frame with all of these leaves. Have them coming out from behind there. I'd like, maybe I might have the owl actually up here, but kind of really nestled amongst the leaves. You get some lovely ones with the stencil detail in the die set, but that would look nice. And then maybe I could have the bear inside the card. He's actually tucked in the woods. I'm going to mix in the acorns. Yeah, completely cover this. So I'm going to carry on, get everything stuck down, and then I'll show you at the end how to just cut that bit on the back. So that is now everything stuck down. I think it's very, very cute. So all I'm going to do now, you can use scissors or a cutting knife. I think I'm going to use my cutting knife because I want to make sure that this is all straight. I'm just going to pop my knife underneath and keep that straight. And I'm just slicing off, I'll hold it up in a second, the smallest amount. You don't need much. So that's just giving me a line. Actually, I'll hold it up now. You can see I've just scored a little line there. Just want to make sure it's straight, otherwise you'll have a wonky displayed card. But if you want your circle to stand up, that will now land the card. So you can see now, stands up. Isn't that gorgeous? It's such a sweet card. I love these so much. It's so nice doing this week because I mean, I do my mix and match on a Friday anyway, but it's so nice to just play around with all the different collections again. And like I said, you've got your space all on the back there. It looks nice and neat with that. But you can stick that onto a card blank. What I'll do is I'll add the playlist with this collection. So I've done easel cards, I've done gatefold cards, all different ways of using this die set. So if you haven't seen it before and you do like it, there is a lot more you can do with this. So I hope you've enjoyed card and bundle number 2 from me this week. As always, all the products will be shared in the description box below. So go over to the Craft World website and check it out if it's something you like. I'll see you in the next one.